What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing some top ladder using this new Royal Hog cycle deck. So this Royal Hog deck, it got invented, I would say it came out a few days ago, so it's pretty new inside of the game, and it's pretty much the only deck that has the Firecracker in it at the top of ladder that's actually quite solid, because the Firecracker is a pretty good counter to the Phoenix. I feel like there's not a ton of people using arrows right now because there's almost no one running Lava Hound in this meta because of all the Phoenix. And the Phoenix, as I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already noticed, is incredibly broken even after the emergency nerf it received. The only nerf it got is the egg now basically dies to log and bar barrel, but that's about it. Still a very strong card, and the monk also needs another emergency nerf in my opinion. It didn't even get one with the Phoenix yesterday. Earthquake is going to help you break through buildings, a lot of bomb tower and mortar inside of this meta. If you guys want to support me, use my creator code BOSS in any Super Soul game. Thank you guys who do that. Right now, we're currently 166 in the world. Let's try to climb up even more and get into the first match. Alright, we found a game here against Storm. So we'll just cycle Ice Spirit here and see what he wants to do. Usually I want to make the first play with this deck because it's pretty cheap. I think we can just pressure with Goblins here since he's not doing anything. He's going to go for a Phoenix, so we'll go for our own. Pretty much everyone's using Phoenix still, even after the, small nerf it got. It's easily still either the strongest card in the game or second strongest right after the Monk. So we'll go Firecracker here. He's got an E-Drag. So he might be using Lumberloon or Golem, something like that. I guess we'll see. Go for a Log here. Oh, he's got an E-Drag. It's going to be kind of annoying. I guess we'll go Royal Hogs and we'll try to activate the King Tower here. It'll help us to defend, obviously. Ooh, okay, he's got the mirror, so I guess maybe he's using... It could be E-Giant as well, because E-Giant, I know, has mirror in it. Oh, yeah. I think it's E-Giant. It has to be E-Giant or Golem. It's definitely one of those two things. So his mirror's not in cycle, so we don't have to worry about him mirroring the Elixir Collector, which is good, because that would be kind of annoying. But my cycle is pretty quick, so we probably could cycle back to another... Earthquake relatively quick, or just pressure, because he would have only had 3 elixir after mirroring a pump. Let's go Phoenix here. Okay, so we're just going to let that be since he overcommitted with an E-Drag. I would have protected with Nice Spirit, but it's not even necessary. And yeah, that was a massive overcommitment there with that E-Drag. I don't even know why he did that. I'm going to pressure now. We're going to activate the ability. And yeah, this is going to... get a little bit of chip damage, and he spent a lot of elixir here, and even with, wow, he just, what in the world? He had to mirror that? Wow, yeah, I mean, I don't know if he had to do that, but clearly he was put in a very uncomfortable situation there, so he had to overspend so much on defense. Just cycling here. Since we're up so much elixir, I'm just gonna keep up the pressure. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, nice. We are going to be able to protect the Firecracker with the Goblins there, so it's able to get some value. What is this guy's win condition? Okay, it's a balloon. I guess that makes sense, actually. I was a little confused at first. But luckily, because we do have the King activated, we are actually able to save our tower. And we should be able to go for an EQ. And that is going to be GG. A pretty close one here at the end, as you could tell. I mean, if he had just a little bit more time, we for sure would have lost that. And I'm not going to lie, I think that was actually kind of a bad matchup because our Earthquake got no value that match. And you saw when he finally went in for a balloon, he managed to get a ton of damage. But unfortunately for him, he overcommitted so much at the beginning and we got all that chip damage that our work, at the end of that match was, not very much for us. We only had to get a little bit more damage at the end, but if he defended a little better at the beginning, I think we for sure would have lost that. So nice win. Let's head into the next one. All right, we found our next game here. This guy's lower than me by quite a lot, so hopefully we are able to win this. Otherwise, we'll lose, I think, like 40 trophies or something like that. So he's using wall breakers. He's got a zap, so it's probably going to be Mega Knight. Wall breakers, if I had to guess. Kind of unfortunate that I cycled an Earthquake same time as he went for A miner, maybe I should have even ignored the miner, because I feel like that was kind of an overcommitment, but I guess it's alright. I'm not going to use the monk ability. Alright, we'll cycle Phoenix here. I think we're fine, but we just have to be kind of careful. Just log this. Go Goblins here. And we have Monk ready, so we can easily defend the Mega Knight if we need to. The only problem is I kind of have to use the Monk on the Queen. So... let's see how this is going to work. The other option is I could go for... That was kind of unfortunate. I didn't expect him to do that, to be honest. But yeah, I guess we can just use the Monk ability here to take out the Queen. And then he might go Mega Knight, and I guess if he does, we'll have to go Phoenix and Goblins. We'll see. Alright, in this case, we'll do this. Alright. Goes Goblin Gang. Alright, we're fine. We don't really have to worry about a Mega Knight now. Oh, wow. That Queen was very aggressive. I'm a little surprised he did that. Alright. The only problem is using the Royal Hogs is going to be very tricky because of him having the Mega Knight. We couldn't really use them at all in single elixir. That was actually pretty good there, that defense. We went for defensive Royal Hogs, and he didn't have enough to play a Mega Knight, so they ended up getting him, some solid value for us. Yeah, he didn't have enough to play Mega Knight right away, which was good. Oh, nice. That was some really good defense, actually. Let's go. That Firecracker got so much value. We can Earthquake the Goblin Gang here. This should be GG. I don't think he can afford a Mega Knight. Nice, and he's super salty. I'm going to do that as well, because I think it's actually a pretty good matchup for him, even though we do have the new cards. He just didn't really do a very good job of playing his queens, and also there was a bad Mega Knight he did, so that was the main reason why he lost, but clearly he's still a little salty. I don't even know why, to be honest, because he's not even going to lose that many trophies. He only loses 13, and he is still salty. That's kind of funny. We only get 13 from that win because of how much lower he was compared to us. As I knew from the start, we were not going to get a lot. So if I lost that, I would have ended up losing 47, which is absurd. Alright, let's go into the next one. Alright, so we found our next one here against Banna. We'll just go Royal Hogs to start the game off here, because I know he's using a pretty heavy deck, so I want to apply some pressure early on. He's got Monk, and Phoenix. What a big surprise, right? Not really, I know. Alright, we'll just go Goblins here. Let's see if he uses the ability. Oh, let's go! That Monk ability was so good. Nice! That was so good, that ability. Let's go. And that Firecracker's getting so much value. Oh my gosh, what a play. That might have just won us the game. That single Monk ability for 1 elixir. He's even saying good luck. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's going to go for a Ramrider, so we'll just go Goblins here. Ice Spirit, and this should be a pretty easy defense. And because he was so aggressive, I'm going to go for Royal Hogs here, because I know that he... even though he can afford a Mega Knight, he won't be able to support it a lot. So we'll be fine, because he played that Mega Knight pretty much at 7 elixirs, so we can just go Monk and Phoenix, and then ideally outcycle it in the next sequence, and go for Royal Hogs as soon as possible. That's our best bet. I'll probably also go Goblins here, and then I'm going to pop the ability, so he can't go for a Bar Barrel. Alright, let's go for Royal Hogs here. As I said, with his Mega Knight being out of rotation, it's a good time to do so. I'm trying to get his tower into kind of like spell cycle range. Ooh, nice. The fact that we got that is really good as well. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We just need to defend and spell cycle, and we should be okay. It's going to be really hard to get Royal Hogs to the tower, but we probably don't even need to get more of them on the tower at this point. Alright, we'll just go Earthquake, and yeah, it's going to be GG. We just have to get back to another Earthquake, and we won the game. And yeah, I don't even think this was that good of a matchup. I actually lost the same matchup to Banna earlier, but I think this time around, we managed to get a really good push at the beginning. Maybe it was a little lucky, I don't know, but whatever you call it, we had a really, really good Monk ability, which ended up winning us the game and put us in an amazing position going into double and triple, a position we would not have been in without all that damage. It's kind of similar to that balloon game we won, where pretty much the only reason we won that was because of all the damage we got at the beginning. Alright, let's head into the next one. We'll probably play a couple more here. In our next one here, against this Japanese player, got Ice Spirit, Goblins, Monk, EQ. I'll just go ahead and... Okay, well, he just made things easy for me. We'll Earthquake the Tombstone. Likely he's going to be using Graveyard. Because, I mean, I don't know. Or RG. It's got to be one of those two things, unless it's something pretty off-meta. Alright, it's going to be RG. I was thinking Graveyard, but... Fisherman's got to be RG. We'll use the ability here, just to get some chip damage. And maybe I'll go Royal Hogs. Why not? I mean... Oh, wow. A defensive lightning. Very interesting. He actually does get the King Tower activated. That was a good play by him. The King activation, the defensive lightning, I don't know if that was a good play. I feel like that was quite a interesting play, actually. It's quite a big overcommitment, and then that Tombstone as well is kind of an overcommitment on those Goblins. So with all the elixir we're up right now, I'm definitely going to pressure here as much as I can. Unfortunately, though... Wait, actually... Oh, he has to log. Okay, I'm going in here then. Yeah, I think this is a good push. Yeah, because again, he spent a ton, and I think we should be able to defend the Skelly King without too much of an issue. We'll just go Ice Spirit Phoenix, and if he decides to activate the ability, I'll just log it, and it's fine. Yeah, we'll log it. I was thinking about playing a Monk, but I guess just logging it's better. We'll do this here, we'll go for Goblins, activate the ability, and yeah, nice. I'm not going to Earthquake, that's an overcommitment. Alright, we'll go Firecracker. Firecracker's going to be such a nuisance for him because of the fact that we got, we'll just log this back. I don't think I was thinking about going Monk, but he might have gone for a Prediction Fisherman, so that's probably fine. I'll just go for a Firecracker here. Go Monk this lane. Go for an Ice Spirit. Log this. We have to make sure we have stuff in both lanes, because it looks like he's trying to trick us or something. Like, go in for... like, try to be unpredictable which lane he goes in for the push with, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go Royal Hogs here. Okay, really good tombstone by him. That's the anti-EQ tombstone position. Go Firecracker here. Go for an Ice Spirit. Okay, so he decides to just... Yeah, I did that to take out the Hunter. Perfect. Both get damage. Alright, nice. Oh, that guy actually played pretty well. Like, I have to say, he played pretty well. Guys, I think that's quite a good matchup for me. I don't think we definitely don't hard counter, but it's for sure in my favor because he had Lightning and not Fireball. But if he had Fireball, it would definitely be his matchup. But because he had the Lightning, I feel like that's quite a big overcommitment for things like the Firecracker. It was quite good for us, I think. So we'll go for one final game. If we win it, we do end up getting... Yeah, 2,500. And if we lose, then I guess we lose. Okay, so last match here. Let's try to end off of another dub. I didn't go undefeated this video, even though it might look like I did. There were a couple losses I had at the very beginning when I started that I didn't show. So just want to throw that out there. But if I lose the last couple games that I record, then I'll typically show it. Okay, so this guy's got an Electro Giant. We're going to pressure the opposite lane because I'm pretty confident in my ability to defend the E-Giant just because the Firecracker is quite a good counter to it, as well as the Monk, especially since in single elixir he can't really... Yeah, I mean... He got some damage, but not really that bad. We got EQ for the cannon. The only problem is we don't actually have a lot of DPS for the E-Giant. All we really got is the... This is not good. The one good thing we got going for us is the Phoenix did hatch. We got to go in here and hope for the best. Ooh, he doesn't have a lot of elixir at all after that. But I feel like he's just going to NATO. I suppose if he doesn't have a big spell, we could still win this. Yeah, pretty hard counter. And unfortunately, he's BMing as well. But, all good. I don't think he's got this emote, so we still owned him anyway. Screw that guy. I hate having to show that as the last game, but, you know, it is what it is. Um, he didn't even use the Phoenix that much. I almost forgot that he had it. But yeah, anyway, we kind of had a bad start. I don't even think it's that horrible of a matchup. I think it is his matchup, though, for sure, because of the Golden Knight. I don't really have any really good way of stopping it. It's very easy for him to tornado everything together, clump things up. It's very good against, like, the Goblins, the Firecracker, and stuff like that. And then not having a building for the E-Giant's very rough as well. But it's just because of the specific variant he had primarily. Like, if he was using the one with the Elixir Collector, I would have had Earthquake for it. But in this case, he didn't have that, so my Earthquake gets less value, even though he's got the cannon. It's still a valuable card, because he can play it in the anti-EQ placement, like this guy did with the Tombstone. So, yeah, I would for sure say it was a good matchup for him, and he had a pretty lucky start as well, getting all that damage at the very beginning of the game, going in for that E-Giant very early on. But anyway, I hope you guys did end up enjoying the video. A little, like, yeah, salty from the last game, but, you know, it's a pretty, you know, competitive game and frustrating meta, so I'm sure you guys understand. But yeah, make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. Give this deck a try. I think it's very fun to play. If you don't have it leveled up for ladder, would recommend it for grand challenges. It's of course going to be very good there as well. And oh yeah, that reminds me. I probably will be doing a grand challenge video soon. Haven't done that in a while. And yeah, I don't know what deck, but I'll try to complete a 12 win with a deck that doesn't have the Phoenix and the Monk in it. So yeah, thanks again. Until next time, guys.